Hi everybody, let's try this one on for size. Welcome to my channel, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, where we discuss lots and lots of good behaviors, bad behaviors, places you can change. Are you tracking? How about some water? Throw some lemon in it. Do the good stuff. Okay, so you've been grazing along in your life on your food journey, and suddenly you realize you need to do something about from the neck down. Weight is your goal. Losing weight is your goal. Not necessarily health at first, but definitely doing something different. Here's the neon sign. It will disrupt your life as you knew it. It's got to happen because you're starting to make some changes. Now, some things it's best to move slow on. We don't want any 30, 60, 90-day wonders where by the time it's January 1st, they've already begun to put back what they took off. So, not that I'm telling you to ease into this slowly, but with the disruption, you want to establish lifelong habits and changes and routines that will sustain you for the rest of your life. Are these big moves? No, but they're moves, so it will be disrupting. So, one of the things I'm suggesting, if you're new to this or you've got your own program going and you really haven't made many changes except whatever it is that you're doing now. You haven't looked at eliminating something, adding something. You're just maybe having less of something and hoping that that is the magical elixir that will bring you down to the size that you'd like to be when that first stuffing serving is at the Thanksgiving table and you're hoping that nobody else wants the crispy part. If you follow whatever it is that you're supposed to do for your lifestyle and also leading into your health style, your way of eating style, you may not be having that stuffing at all. Now, it's October now. Thanksgiving's around the corner. What am I suggesting? What is this disruption you're talking about? It's going to start little by slowly, because little by slowly is what works. If you get up in the morning and put on your walking shoes and get out the door and just walk around the block 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that's going to be a disruption, right? Especially if you're used to waking up, putting on your bathrobe and plopping here in front of YouTube and having your first coffee with me or somebody else or checking your emails or doing something like that. Now you're telling me, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, Sarah, you're telling me that I got to get up, get dressed and go out? You're doing this now in the fall, before the winter comes and it gets colder and colder? Wow, that's a lot. I don't really feel like doing that. Okay, you know that thing downstairs that's so covered in dust? You don't even know if like there's still electricity leading to it? It's called the treadmill or the bike or something like that. Try that instead. You don't really have to like layer up. I've already added layers in October because it's going down. It was below 50 this morning. It's going down. It's not 70-degree walking weather anymore. So I'm adding layers. Is it okay? Sure, it's okay. Because I am exercise adapted, walk adapted. Now, when I wake up, my routine, my lifestyle, my way of eating is I immediately have a 20-ounce glass of water with lemon warmed in my microwave. That is my first introduction to the day. So I have a bag of lemons, I cut one in half, I squeeze it in, and that's what I have first thing. Then I feed the cats and clean up after them and do all the little things that cats require. Then I press the start button for my bulletproof coffee. Now this bulletproof coffee, by the time I'm done with it in my NutriBullet, is going to be like this. It's more like a latte because it's coconut almond milk, heavy whipping cream, Brain Octane from the Bulletproof Man Bulletproof Ground Coffee, and 1 tablespoon of Calapo. What is Calapo? Calapo is a very coconut flavored, more expensive than coconut oil. Unrefined. I think it's organic, unprocessed. Anyway, I like it. And so that is my first, as it were, meal of the day. That is going to sustain me until around 9. And I start a second bulletproof latte. But it's different this time. There's no Brain Octane in it. And instead of Calapo, there is a tablespoon of Kerrygold unsalted butter, half a tablespoon of Zyla, and still the coconut almond milk and the heavy cream. And I will have 1 little cup of this. Sometimes I do bigger mugs like the ones that Joyce sent me, but oftentimes it's just this because I'm having this. And then I will futz about and have my first meal of the day. My first meal of the day is usually pretty good with fat, and high protein for the sake of calling it high protein. Today, for example, I'm trying a new cottage cheese, 4%, the highest fat you can get. Muna, M-U-U-N-A, cottage cheese. It was on sale, so I thought I'd try it. Half a cup has, I think, 4.5 grams of fat, 14 grams of protein, 110 calories. Then I'm having one of those Volpe mozzarella prosciutto cheese sticks, and that's 120 calories. And then I'm having my 3 ounces of blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, organic if you will, weighed and measured and waiting. And that will be my lunch. Then later, after my lunch, I will finish off that second bulletproof coffee, and I'm good to go until dinner. So, what part of all of that I said to you? Oh, and also, I will also have 2 more 20-ounce glasses of water. I have one when I get back from my walk, so that's 40 ounces. I have one with my supplements. That is 60 ounces. So now I'm 60 ounces into it, and it's before noon. 60 ounces of water. They say you should cut your weight in half and have an ounce for half of that, for all of that. So, for some people that weigh 150, that would mean 75 ounces of water. With the lemon, more benefits. Is that a change for you? Maybe it is. How hard is that to buy a bag of lemons and have one ready? So I have a half of a lemon every day. So 4 or 5 lemons lasts me the whole week. And the first one has the most lemon juice in it, and the other ones just kind of, I add my filtered water to it and keep doing it. And then before dinner, I have another 20-ounce glass of water. So now we're up to 80. Then after dinner, just to make sure my full button says full, I have another 20-ounce glass of the water with a magnesium capsule, 500 milligrams. Why? For digestion, for night cramps, better sleep, and all the other things that magnesium will do for you. Now, what about any of this is food? Nothing. It's 100 ounces of water, the first one with the first fresh squeezed lemon. The other 4 20-ounce glasses have the same lemon in it, just going further each time. Sometimes I re-squeeze it before I add the water. And so, what's different about that? Well, for me, not a lot, because that was a habit that I established a long time ago. Would it be, for you, a new habit? It might be. Having 100 ounces of water with fresh lemon squeezed into it? That could be a brand new habit. What will it do for you? Well, it helps. It helps with all of the digestion. It says you're full. It balances out your system. You need water if you think you're going to lose weight. You need it for so many different things. And so that is a lifestyle change that helps with my way of eating. Are you doing that already? This is before the walking, before changing up the food. This is just adding lemon water to your day. Is it doable? Do you think it would be? What a nice thing to do for you. Some other people fill water bottles. I was listening to one man today, and he wakes up and he fills a 64-ounce jug of water. And he says that he knows by 4 that has to be empty. So that's quite a lot of water too. And that's what he has. And yes, he has the lemon in it as well. So he might be lugging this with him wherever he goes. It is one of his habits. It's a good, healthy habit. Because if you think that just changing your food plan, like going to Weight Watchers, is going to be enough, there's a surprise at the end of that, because you probably need to change a lot of lifestyle habits as well. Some of them may be. Now there's a new woman on my site, and she's watching all of my Weight Watcher videos from my past, from over 2 years ago. And so she says, oh my God, you're introducing a ton of food I never knew I could have on Weight Watchers. And there is some garbage in that, I know, because I was doing garbage because it fit into my PPV points. But I'm sure that the garbage that I was having while on Weight Watchers was a whole lot different than what I was eating when I got there, right? So if I was having some of those Weight Watcher frozen novelties, those things saved me. They fit in with my points. They were a treat. In a way, they were motivating. And until I gave up sugars and grains and Weight Watchers, it all sustained me. But then I wanted more. Then after 15 months of Weight Watchers, I wanted to include health into my way of eating. I wanted to eliminate some of the things that weren't healthy, weren't necessary, could be considered standard American diet, could be considered crap, could be grains, sugars, artificial sweeteners, and the like, and all of the dubious chemicals that you see, oils that aren't healthy. Turn those things over. If it doesn't have olive oil or avocado oil or coconut oil in it, and it has canola and safflower and vegetable oil, put it back on the shelf, say no thank you, and move on. Okay? Just because you have, Whole Foods and Trader Joe's tout things and supposedly no GMOs and everything is healthy, it's not. There are lots of things in their foods that are not regarded as healthy, clean, unrefined eating. What's unrefined? Organic broccoli, organic raspberries, organic carrots, grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken. Those things haven't been tampered with. They aren't feeding these cute little chickies treated, chemicalized feed that you are what you're eating, what they ate. Just always remember that. So when you buy a regular old chicken in the store because it's on sale, just know that the conditions and the food that chicken ate could be detrimental to your health. You are what they ate. So you might want to take that into consideration. So there's a whole lot more than just fitting in your points, your macros, or your calories for the day. If you're eating crap, maybe you can feel crappy from eating crap. That's a good place to want to feel like you want to make a change. If you're eating things that are unrefined, organic, grass-fed, and the macros all fit, and the oils are healthy, you got to be really careful. California Ranch is California olives. Olive oil from Italy isn't always from Italy. Turn that puppy over and see Tunisia and all these other places. Do you know what they put? Do you know how they treat the olives in Tunisia? No. Do you think they care when they export them to Italy to make this first cold pressed olive oil? No, they aren't paying attention. Does organic help? Yes, that would make a difference. So you want organic first cold pressed, and you want to check out where those olives came from. For now, California Ranch is my go-to on my salads. Now, when I'm cooking on the Big Green Egg and we're using olive oil, I admit I buy what's on sale, but it still has to be first cold pressed, unrefined, blah, as close as I can get to organic, but a lot of olive oil is used for that. So, it's what you do, right? Sometimes we make alterations, like when people use different butter than Kerrygold grass-fed butter for their food when they're cooking. Sometimes you need that stick of Cabot, Land O'Lakes, something that you think, you trust is like a little bit more healthy than the store brand, but it's still not grass-fed, okay? So we learn as we go. There is a disruption. You can count on it. But if you change or introduce little habits, if you eliminate something that's not healthy for you or is detrimental to your weight loss and introduce something that is healthy, that is different, that is a sustainable habit for the rest of your life with a way of eating that we promote here, like lemon in warm water in the morning. Good morning. Kick it off. You will be on your way. I'm telling you, the things that I do today were started as better bad choice habits. The elimination of the sugars and grains came later. Was I more mindful of what I was buying, even if it was still a grain or a sugar? Yeah, it wasn't an artificial sugar. It wasn't bread that had the crap beat out of it in some mill. It was as healthy as I could get. Were they healthy in the long run? No. They were standard American diet. And eventually they went. Why did they go? There's no essential grain. It was a habit. It was part of my food addiction. It was part of me liking to light up my brain with sugar and grains. Was it healthy? No. Did it hurt to give it up? There are times. But as I've often said, the Zyla saves me in my coffee in the morning, and the Fathead Pizza saves me with my craving for a pizza. And those two things have been my saviors, my go-tos. And then sometimes giving up the rest. Yes, you're going to be confronted. Boo-hoo. Pull up the big panties, put them around you, and when you're presented with something like, oh, have this lasagna. It's delicious. It's my grandmother's recipe. You're going to have to say, no, thank you. Is it hard? Uh-huh. Will you feel better after you did it? Yeah. Are there other things on the table that you can eat? Mm-hmm. You can figure out something for yourself. Have Italian sausages. Have meatballs. Well, the meatballs might have some grains in them, but it might be a better bad choice than having a slab o lasagna. So you need to figure it out as you go. But first, how about a bag of lemons and some warm water to say good morning world? That's how I'm starting my day. Did I do it like this before? No. Did I put on walking shoes and walk a few minutes before I sat down with my coffee and my internet in the morning? No. Is there time to do it in the rest of the day? Maybe there is. Will I allot it? Will I allow it? Or will I let anything else take it away? What's that got to do with food? Nothing. But I'm telling you, if you make that effort to change your water and actually do some sort of exercise in the morning, you will feel great. And you will feel like maybe the food can change too. Maybe this isn't so scary. Just try it for 30 days. Your money is refunded if you don't like it. I'm not making anything off of this. I don't have a deal with Sunkist. I don't have a deal with your town water supply. I don't even have a deal with your filter if you're having filtered water, right? I'm talking about making some little changes in your life that will carry you, that will motivate you, that will show you I'm doing healthy things just for me. Why? Because you're worth it. How do I end a lot of my videos? Telling you you're worth it. The weight will come. The weight will come. Sometimes you have to wait for the weight to come. But how about changing a couple of habits? How about disrupting your life in the smallest of ways right now? Water with lemon and a little walk. Try it. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom in Food. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.